Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is on episode 8, or Sorcery Fight, which is on episode 8. Now, this episode right here, looks like to me we get an introduction to two new characters and what they really are, so not to mention, some other stuff here and there, etc. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that we see our characters like Panda, along with, Maki-san, along with the other guy, which I've forgotten his name, forgive me. I think Inumaki Toge. I think he's the guy with the scarf. That scarf whatsoever. Panda seems to be concerned about Fushiguro and Kugisaki because of what's going to happen with them if they meet up with the other classmates, which apparently they go by the names of Toto and Mai. And we get to see Toto looks like a guy who hates boring people, and he asks Fushiguro what his type of woman is. And we have two if Fushiguro's well, I like a woman who has a standout strong character, and Fushiguro later on ends up fighting Toto, Eventually, we see to it that Kugisaki was about to interfere, but Mai ends up stopping her in her tracks and says, "Hey, let's have a little small talk with each other," And we have to it that it looks like to me Mai seems to take offensive of what Kugisaki said to her, because it looks like what Kugisaki said to her seemed to provoke her by saying, "Hey, what's the deal here, huh? You smell like," or something else whatsoever. I don't know. All I know is Kugisaki said something in a delinquent manner, which I don't mind at all, of something that she said that ticked off Mai. As for Fushiguro, it looks like to me he's having trouble with Toto-san because he's not only muscle strong or something, but he's very, very deadly in close range combat. Even Fushiguro tries to keep his distance, but he's unable to, Eventually, we get to know that Fushiguro was actually holding back, And that when he was about to get really serious right now, we have to it that the fight gets stopped between Panda and Toge Inumaki or something. And then we see to it that Maki-senpai Maki ends up stopping Mai from doing any other damage, and they end up trash talking to each other, saying that we both suck at something, etc. And we have to it that that even though Kugisaki got beaten up by Mai, she still had enough strength to actually get her into a chokehold and says, "Give me your dress or I'm gonna freaking have you knocked out unconscious," Eventually, Toto, before he leaves, he tells Fushiguro and the others to let him know this message, okay? Give Okoto a message, you take part of it too, you got it, etc. And we have to it that Toto seems to be a big fan of some kind of idol whatsoever, which a lot of the girls, which is Kugisaki, Mai, and Maki, seem to go okay, this guy is just weird, which is only natural. I mean, certain girls nowadays tend to go oh my gosh, you're just disgusting whatsoever. And we see to it that we get to see a scene with that Maki actually became a jujutsu sorcerer, even though she sucks at using cursed techniques or cursed energies whatsoever, just to make sure to prove her family wrong or look down upon them because they've been looking down on her. By that time, Kugisaki seems to like Maki and says, "Hey, I actually like you and I respect you now." She goes "Really? Not bad." Then we go to a scene with Gojo Sensei along with some other stuff, Principal Gakuganji whatsoever. We get to know that when it came to this meeting whatsoever, it looks like Gojo Sensei senses somebody attacking him, and that he's been talking about something involving Hakari, Okoto, Toto. The level of students has risen drastically in the recent years, and last year's incident with Geto Suguru, and now the appearance of Sukuna's vessel, etc. You guys are trying to hold something back, which is really ridiculous. And the way how Gojo Sensei's talking to the principal that he's talking with right now, it looks like to me this guy is trying to prevent something from happening, which Gojo Sensei warns him in a certain way, going in different kinds of words. I know what I'm saying is really confusing, forgive me, but Gojo Sensei has a talk with this old principal, and due to the fact that what they're doing is really stupid, Gojo Sensei gives him a warning by saying, "You better watch yourself or watch your back, because if you do something wrong, you're going to answer to me." Even the principal was like, hey, you better get yourself in line first, you hear me? And Gojo's like, oh, don't worry, I just want to talk to you for a bit. And therefore, he ends up saying, oh, that other principal right now, Principal Yaga, will be coming in about 2 hours, you know? And then, etc. Funny stuff here and there, but yeah. So we get to see ending scene where, like, on September 2018 at a certain movie theater, 3 high school boys' disfigured corpses were discovered by the staff, and the cause of death is increased cranial pressure and respiratory paralysis due to cranial deformity, you know? And we get to see a normal human being talking to a cursed being, which I forgot his name whatsoever, but all I could call him is Mr. Frankenstein whatsoever, you know? And he says, oh, you could see me, can you? And then we see a post-credit scene with Todo-san and Mai having to go see this mighty idol figure, and that Todo did tell Mai, hey, you should go check her out, you know? She's a very good, kind person. And eventually Mai does look at her and shake hands with her and is actually shocked that she's not too bad, you know? And then the next episode title is called Small Fire Reverse Retribution whatsoever. Then we get to see some action scenes here and there with Itadori Yuji and maybe some other guy that he came along with towards the end of the episode. So overall, all I could really tell you is that we get the introduction of 2 new characters, Todo and Mai, and then we get to see more about Mai and Maki, about how they suck at using cursed energy whatsoever. And you know, Todo, he looks like to me he hates boring people, and that he tries to beat up Fushiguro for it, you know, because his type of woman he likes. But you know, Fushiguro was holding back on the guy, so at the same time even Todo realizes that he's not going to get bored after all, you know? After realizing Fushiguro was actually holding back on him, you know, etc. Then we get to see Gojo Sensei possibly threatening or warning the principal, saying, you better watch your back of what you're doing, because if you do anything stupid, you're going to answer to me in other cases. Now, what I'm saying might be really stupid and might not make much sense, but the way how Gojo Sensei worded it, etc., and how he talked to the principal, it sounded like that, because he knows, because let's be honest, Gojo Sensei is not stupid, and he's a master of infinity, so he knows a lot of things. He may know why he was attacked in the first place, and he's just telling the principal, if you do anything stupid, you better watch your back, because you're going to be answering to me, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways, next episode, like I said, Small Fire and Reverse Retribution whatsoever, so yeah. Anyways, looking forward to the next episode. Not too bad, so until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!